morning everyone. Today I will explain you chapter number 4 of 5th standard, that is advanced features of word processor. So before starting this chapter, let me tell you what is a word processor. Word is a combination of characters. For example, while typing something or while writing something in English language, you make use of words to complete a sentence. So similarly, a software which helps us to process the words means a software with the help of which we can type something, we can format something, or we can type any type of document. That software is called word processor. Different softwares are available for processing the words for typing purpose, but the most common word processor among all the softwares is Microsoft Word. So here in this chapter we will see some advanced features of Microsoft Word. So let's begin this video and let's see which are the advanced features of MS Word. So here we have the first introduction, that is the word processor, that I already told you. That word processor is an application software. So it is a software. With the help of this software you can create documents. So it will provide you different features that will help you to create, format, save your documents. So Microsoft Word is the most popular word processor. Next we have the first feature of Microsoft Word, and that feature is called Format Painter. So Format Painter helps us to copy the formats from one text and apply it somewhere else, somewhere other. So for example, here in the home tab you will get the first group, that is the clipboard, and this is the button. With the help of this button you can copy the formats from one piece of text and you can apply the same format over other piece of text. For this, what you have to do, you have to type something in the MS Word, then select the text from where you want to copy. So here steps are given. Firstly, select the text that you want to copy, then click on the home tab, then this button is available, Format Painter. Click on that button. Then what you have to do, when you will click on the Format Painter, the mouse cursor will change to a shape like a brush. So after that you have to drag over the other piece of text, and then you will see that the format of the first paragraph and the format where you dragged the Format Painter has become the same. It means with the help of Format Painter you can copy the formats only. Okay, it will not copy the text, but it will copy the formats from one text, and you can apply the same format settings over the other text. Next we have how to copy the formatting to several areas. Once you selected the Format Painter, it will work only one time. But if you want to reuse the same formats again and again on different paragraphs or on the different lines, then you have to double click on the format painter instead of single click. Rest steps are same, only third step will change, because firstly you have to select the text, then again click on the home tab, and then double click on the format painter tool, and then you can drag over any number of paragraphs again and again, and when you finished your formatting, after that you can again click on the format painter tool to cancel the selection of format painter, or you can press the escape key to come to the normal mode. So this will help you to copy the formats to the several areas. Next advanced feature, we have the superscript and subscript. Sometime we need text little above or little below the normal line of text. So if you need the text above the regular line of text, then you can use the superscript. But if you need the text a little below the normal line of text, then you can use the subscript option. And these two options are used for typing the mathematical equations and for typing the science equations. Here we are given two buttons under the home tab, under the font paragraph. So these are the two options. One is X, showing the power X square like it is showing, and in the first example 2 is written under the X. So first button is for the subscript and the second button is for the superscript. For example, here you can see these are the mathematical equations written here, and see another example here. Here you can see 2 is written above the normal line of text, here also and here also. So it is called superscript. Similarly, you can also write anything below the normal line of text, that will be called subscript. Next option we have applying text effects. So MS Word offers you different type of text effects with the help of shadows, reflection and glow, etc. You can make the document look good and appealing. So for applying the text effect, you have to click on the home tab, and here you have the text effect button near the superscript and subscript buttons. So this is the button for applying the text effect. Click on this button. It will show you different text effect with different outlines, colors and shadows. So you can click on the any text effect and the effect will be applied on the text. If you do not like the effect that you have applied earlier, then you can clear the effect also. For clearing the effect, you have to again click on the text effect button, and the last option you have this one, clear text effect. So it will clear the effect that is applied on the text. Next we have find and replace option. So suppose you have a large document in which several pages are there, and you want to find particular sentence or particular word from the document, or you want to replace some particular word with some other word, so it will be very easy with the help of find and replace tool. So this tool helps you to find something from the document, or this tool help you to replace something from the document. So these two tools are available under the home tab. So under the home tab, so this is the home tab, you have to click on the home tab, and then you have to come on the right side. Here under the find you have the replace button, also find button is also there, so you can click on the find if you want to find something, and you can click on the replace if you want to replace some text in the document. It will show you this button, find and replace dialog box will appear, and here first tab is for finding something, and in the find you can type the keyword, and after that it will search the keyword in the document and it will show you the found text in the document. Second tab is for replace, and here you have two boxes. In the first box, that is called find what box, here you have to write what you want to find in the document, and the second box is replace with. So this is the text with which the previous text will be replaced. So you can write in the both boxes, and then you have this button, replace button is there, replace all button is there, so you can click on the any button to make changes in the document. Next feature we have header and footer. So this is a very important feature. Sometimes we need text on sometimes we need some common information on every page, so we need not to type that common information again and again on every page. What we can use header and footer if you want to show some common information on each page in your document. Header will display the information on the top of each page, whereas the footer will display the information on the bottom of each page. So header is used to type the headings for every page, whereas footer is used for printing the page number etc. Downside the every page. So header and footer option is available in the insert tab. So click on the insert tab. Here you have the header and footer button. Click on the header button if you want header in the document, and click on the footer button if you want footer in your document. So it will show you some templates of header and footer. You can click on any design for the header and footer, then type the information that you want in the header. For example, here IT Planet computer book for class 5th is written. So this information is written inside the header. So you can see here dashed line is there, so it is showing you the header area. And after typing the information you can click in the document, then it will become the header for your page. Similarly, if you want to remove the header and footer, again click on the insert tab, click on the header or footer button. A pop-up menu will show you there, and a button for removing header and removing footer will be there. You can click on that button for removing the header and footer. Next you have inserting column. So this is a very interesting feature in MS Word. With the help of this feature you can type your document in newspaper style. As you have seen that in the newspaper the information or the news they are printed in columns, first column, second, many columns are there on a single page. So similarly, if you want to break the text into columns, you can use this columns features. Here page layout tab is there. In the page layout tab, columns feature is there, and under the column features you have different settings like one column, two column, three column, left column, right column, or more columns option is there. You can click on any option. For example, this paragraph is written, select the paragraph and then select the column option and click on the two. You will see the paragraph is broken into two columns. So firstly the information will be filled in the first column, and when the first column is over, then the rest of text will be in the second column. So if you want to print like here one line is printed in between the column, so for that you can click this line between checkbox. So here's that dialog box is appearing for inserting the column, and this dialog box will appear when you will click on this button, that is the column button and more columns option. Click on the more columns option, then this dialog box will appear, and here line between is also coming, that you can click if you want a line between the columns. Okay, next you have the break. Break means breaking the text. So you can break the text in different ways. For example, column break is there, line break is there, and page break is there. So column break means breaking the text from the first column and the rest of the text after the break will appear in the second column. Line break means breaking the text from first line and the rest of text or the rest of line will appear in the next line. And page break means breaking the text from first page and the rest of text will appear on the next page. So these are the different types of breaks. So these breaks you can use from the page layout, and one breaks button is there, and here page break is there, column break is there, so that you can use as per your need. So here you have the line break. For line break, click anywhere in the paragraph or in the line from where you want to break the text, then press the shift plus enter key. When you will press the shift plus enter key from the keyboard, the text after the cursor will appear in the next line. So this is called line break. And here you have the page break. For page break, you can click anywhere in the first page, then again click on the insert, and on the insert you have the page break option. Click on that option, it is given here. Click on the insert, and here you have the page break option. It will break the text into the next page. So firstly, as you can see here, mobile devices were written on the same page, but now the mobile devices is shifted to the next page. So this is called page break. Here we have hiding and displaying the ruler in the document. So what are the ruler? Firstly, you need to understand the rulers. In MS Word, there are two rulers. One is on the top of the document. So here you can see this bar, this one. So this is the horizontal ruler. It will appear like a scale, and some numbers are printed on the scale for the measurement purpose. And one ruler is on this side, this one. So this is the vertical ruler, and rulers are used to control the layout of the text in the document or the position of the text in the document. Here we have indenting a paragraph. So indents we can use in the text. Indent means when you shift or when you move the paragraph from the normal margin of the document, it is called indent. For indent, you can click on the home tab and there is a paragraph option button. Paragraph group is there, and in the paragraph group, one arrow will show you in this corner. You can click on this arrow, so it will show you a paragraph dialog box like this. And here in the first tab, indent and spacing, you will get the options for indentation. It will show you the indentation from the left side or indentation from the right side also. By default, 1 inch margin is there from the left side and from the right side. Then you can click on the special option there if you want a specific type of indent. After applying the indent, you can click on the OK button. So in the paragraph option under the home tab, you have these two buttons also. The first button is for increasing the indent and second is for decreasing the indent. If you want, you can directly select the paragraph, click on the increase indent button. It will increase the margin from the left side. Similarly, you can click on the decrease indent. It will decrease the margin from the left side. Next we have changing tab settings. So tab means the tabulation. So when you press the tab key from the keyboard, you will see that the text is moving or shifting 6 characters ahead. So here by default, Word will create tab stop at every 0.5 inch across the page. So when you will press the tab key from the keyboard, half inch it will move to the next position. So there are 5 different tab settings in the MS Word. Name, we have the left tab, right tab, center tab, decimal tab and bar tab. So you can use any of the tab for your purposes. So left tab, it means when the left tab is set, the text will flow to the right side. Right tab is there. Once the right tab is set, the text will flow to the opposite direction, that is the left side. Center tab is there. Here the text will appear in the middle of the tab. Decimal tab is there. In the decimal tab, the numbers before the decimal point, they will be aligned or they will move to the left side, whereas the numbers after the decimal point, they will move to the right side. And here we have the last, that is the bar tab. It will create the text as a vertical line, that is called bar tab. As a standing line, it will show you the text or a line. If you want to add a tab, you can show the rulers from here. So this is the show and hide ruler button. Just next to the horizontal ruler, this button will be there for showing and hiding the ruler. You can click on this button if ruler is not already there, and after that you can click on the this button. Here this button is shown to you just below the clipboard or just in the corner of these two rulers. You have this button, and this button is used for setting a tab. You can click on this button to apply a tab. All the tabs will be shown by clicking on this tab. So firstly you have to select the type of tab from here. Different tabs it will show you, like left tab, right tab, center tab, bar tab, decimal tab. And once the tab is selected, you can click on the ruler. So here you can click. So here one tab stop will be added on the ruler. So you can click anywhere on the ruler for adding this tab stop. Now whenever you will click the tab key from the keyboard, directly the cursor will come under the tab where you have applied this tab. Cursor will directly come here only. For setting the tab, you can click on the home tab. There is a paragraph group. So click on this down arrow button in the paragraph group, this one. It will show you the paragraph dialog box, and in the paragraph dialog box you have this button, tabs. Click on the tabs button. It will show you the different types of tabs in MS Word. Here in the first box you have the tab stop position, and here you can type the measurement where you want the tab stop. And then alignment is for controlling the text. So these are the different types of alignment option or the tabs, like left tab is there, center is there, right is there, decimal is there, or bar is there. So you can select as per your need and then click on the set button if you want to use this tab, or you can click on the clear if you do not want to use, and then click on OK button. So from this dialog box you can set the tabs in MS Word. Here I want to show you the symbols which appear on the ruler when you have applied a tab. So the first is the left tab symbol is this one, L like symbol is there. Right tab is this one symbol. Bar tab will show you a bar or line. Center tab will show you this one symbol, and decimal tab will show you this one symbol with a dot. So these are the different symbols for different tabs. Here we have the margin. So margin is the space between the document and the edges of the page or the paper, or you can say the blank space which is around the edges of a page, that is called a margin. So you will see some space is not printed on a paper, so some margin is always left on the top side, left side, right side and bottom side. That empty space is called margin. Margin you can increase or decrease. By default 1 inch margin is there from each side. If you want to increase it, or if you want to decrease the margin, you can do it from the page layout tab and clicking on the margins button. So here you have the normal margin, that is 1 inch from every side. Then you have the narrow margin, that is half inch from the every side. Moderate margin is there, wide is there, mirrored is there, or custom margin you can use for setting the margins. Here you have the page orientation. Page orientation means in which format you want to type the document, or in which format you want to print the document. Two type of orientations are there. One is the landscape and other is the portrait. By default the page orientation is portrait. Portrait means the page will appear longer than wider, but when you change it to landscape, in that case the page will appear wider than longer. So for example here this page, first one, as you can see this page, this is the portrait page. Some page is not visible, and this page which is wider, it is the landscape page. Next we have changing the page size, that is the paper size. Different paper sizes are used for printing. Most common paper is A4. Other sizes are also there, like letter is there, A4 is there, A3 paper is there. You can change the page size from the page layout tab. Clicking on the size button, it will show you the different sizes of pages, and you can click on the any size as per your need. Then we have the adding shapes. If you want to insert some shapes in the word, like lines, arrow, stars, banner in your document, you can insert it from the insert menu, and clicking on the shape option, it will show you some shapes. Basic shapes are there, rectangles are there, arrows are there, plus other shapes are also there. So click on the any shape, then draw it in the MS Word with the help of mouse. The shape will be there that you have drawn. Once the shape is there, you can click the shape. The shape will be selected. It will show you a bounding box. Inside the bounding box, you can see the shape, like one arrow is printed here. Different handles are there. For example, this is the green handle top. From this handle you can rotate the shape. From these handles which are on the sides, circular handles, you can resize the shape. And from this yellow diamond handles, you can change the type of shape. Suppose if you want to increase the head of this arrow, you can use this handle. If you want to make it more thicker or more thinner, you can use this handle. Next you have changing the color of shape. Different color options are there. Click the shape, then under the format you have the fill shape option. In the shape fill option you will get the different colors. Click on the any color that you want to fill inside the shape. Similarly, outline color you can change from the shape outline. Under the format, click the outline color. The outline color will appear on the outside only. If you want to write something inside the shape, then you can use the text option. Right click on the shape, you will be having a pop-up menu. Click on the add text option, and after that you can write something inside the shape like this. So here text is written inside the shape. You can write text in any shape. Then you have adding a border. Border you can use in the document around the text, around the paragraphs, or around the page. Firstly you have to select the text, click on the home tab, and here you have the border button. Click on the border and select the type of border, like bottom border you want, top border is there, left border is there, right is there, no border is there, all border is there, or just outline or inside or outside border is there. Or you have the border and shading option. Last one, you can click on the border and shading, select the type of border, select the style of line, select the thickness, select the color from here, and click OK button. It will show you a border around the paragraph. Similarly, if you want to remove the border, click on the home tab, borders option, and click no border option to remove the border. So that's all in this chapter. I hope you have understood all the advanced features of MS Word. So here we have the back exercise of this chapter. So first is the tick the correct answer. First one is the software used for writing text is called. We are given presentation, word processor, and spreadsheet. We know that for typing or for writing the text we use a word processor. So the correct answer is word processor. Second is dash will make the text appear above the regular line of text. So if you want to show the text above the regular line, okay, then you can use the superscript option. Third is dash feature allow you to end a current line and lets you continue the text on another line. So if you want to break the text from one line and you want the text on the next line, then you can use the line break. Next is dash is used for controlling the position of text. So if you want to control the position of the text, you can use the tabs. So different tabs we have done in the chapter, like left tab, right tab, center tab, decimal tab and bar tab. Next we have the shapes command is available under dash tab. So if you want to insert the shapes, so you have the insert tab in the MS Word. Next we have the true false. First one is indents are used to set the paragraph margins. Yes, if you want to increase the margin or if you want to decrease the margin, you can also adjust the margin for the paragraphs with the help of indents. It is true. Second, you have ruler appears above the ribbon and on the left side of the document. So as you have seen the chapter, that rulers they appear below the ribbon, they do not appear above the ribbon, so that's why it is false. Third is superscript and subscripts are often used in mathematical equation. Yes, it is true that these two options, superscript and subscript, they are used for typing the mathematical equations. Next you have bar tab aligns the text at the center of the tab stop. No, bar tab, it will not align the text in the center of tab stop, but it will create a vertical line. If you want to align the text at the center of tab stop, then you can use the center tab. So that's why it is a false. Last one, to display some common information on each page, you can add a header or footer. Yes, if you want same information on every page, on the top side or on the bottom side, you can use this header and footer option. It is true. Next we have the Phillips. Dash tool is used to copy the formatting that you apply to the text. So that is the format painter. Second, footer appears at the dash on each page. So header appears on the top, I told you, and the footer appears at the bottom of each page. C, the combination key to add line break, that is the shift plus enter key. D, ruler help you identify the position of the insertion point. So insertion point is the point where the text will be inserted. So from the ruler you will get the position of the insertion point. E, we have the dash feature is used to display the text as a newspaper style, and that is the column features. So the feature name is columns feature. The last one is by default Word create a tab stop at dash inch across the page. So by default the tab stop is a half inch, that is 0.5 inch. So the question answers I will send you separately. This is the back exercise, you can note in the books. So I hope you will be getting all the topics in this chapter. So if you have any confusion in any topic, you can contact me. So thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.